What is up, guys? Logan here again. Thank you guys for all the support. We got Discord people hopping in. I think there's about 13 of you guys right now. We got Patreon support. We got stock market explosions. We got calls to talk about. These options have just been going insane. Look at this. Today alone, almost $1,500. What a crazy week it's been though so far. I mean, just today, the last couple of days. I know you guys want to hop right into this one. Let's hop right into it. Let's jump right into the profits and get into these. I have 4 calls going right now. I bought the Spirit ones last week, and then IVR I had today. I sold and then I re-entered, and then also I bought Disney right before the market closed today because I'm looking at a really long-term position for this week. So I guess short-term but long-term for this week. So let's see what happens with Disney this week. Let me hop into my profits for today. So let's hop into the first one. So I bought IVR this morning at 10:30. I wanted to buy it at 9:30. I could have filled these contracts for 60 cents a share instead of 140. So I could have loaded up on twice as many contracts for the same price. You know, I was a little skeptical because IVR opened so heavily. They just kept climbing, so I knew I had to get in. My buddy texted me, said, Logan, you gotta get in, man, if you haven't made the move. And I was driving and I was like, oh shoot. So pulled over, put the car in park, made the trade. And then when I was back in the car later, about 2 hours later, I sold that for $925, which made that a $230 profit on that trade in 2 hours. Super awesome. But here's one thing that I did miss out on. If you guys see right here, I could have had a $750 return in 2 hours. But I was driving and I didn't want to cause distraction. I didn't want anything like that to happen. So I went back after I had parked the car, took a screenshot of what I could have had if I was just watching. I could have seriously made some huge money. But this is why I'm not upset, because I think if I would have did that, what would have happened was I wouldn't have hopped back into IVR, and I'm really excited to see what they do tomorrow. So this is my position I have in IVR right now. So I took the $230 in profit, and now I'm sitting on one with $247 in profit. And this expires June 19th, so I'm really excited to see how short term they move. I could have sold when the market closed today, but I started buying them right around 205, 210. My average cost you can see is 131. I have 9 contracts I'm sitting on. I'm thinking that if I took those profits at 750, I would have never hopped back into IVR. I would have been too worried. So what I did was I took my profits. I also hopped back in. I'm doing really well with a 20% return. What I'm just looking at with IVR right now is if they can open big tomorrow morning, this could be worth, you know, almost $1,000. That's kind of my whole goal right there. So let's hop into my Disney call for this week. I just bought this today, 5 minutes before the market closed. I'm up 15 bucks already. I threw 1,000 on. This expires June 26th. Disney doesn't move as much, so I want to be careful. Today they're up 46% on this call, so they're $1.20. I could have bought them in this morning. I didn't think they would jump this hard. There's a guy that I watch online. He's got a $139 call on them. He just thinks that they're gonna shoot up over the next couple of weeks, so I wanted to do a little further call. It's been doing nice right now. It's pretty much sitting where it was when the market closed, so I'm really excited to see what happens here. And as you guys can see right here too, I bought 5 contracts at $2.01 for $1,000. I did buy it right at 3:57 p.m. I mean, the market was literally closing. So I'm really excited. I think they'll open big. My strike price for Disney, if I could get a 50% return on this, I'd be extremely happy, because these things move fast. So you have to be prepared to be down. Even with IVR today, there was a point to where I had bought back in and it dropped 10 more cents on my 9 contracts, so I was down 90 bucks. And now I'm back up 200 and some. Like, that's how much these things move. So I stayed patient. We got a spike towards the end of the day. I'm really excited for Disney. I think this is a great buy. I'm really excited to see what they do. But this is also like a speculative trade. The guy that I follow for my trade sometimes, this is the first one I've ever done based on him taking the position too. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out, because no one can win all the time. I don't expect anyone to win all the time. I would love to. I think we all would love to. I mean, we'd all be millionaires then and stuff. This is one I was like, you know what? I'm gonna follow my gut. I've been doing it all week and just profiting just off my gut instinct. So this is another gut instinct that I feel, especially with how strong the market's been. Let's hop right into Spirit now. I love this play, man. So I bought this last week. I'm up about 150%. right now. So I didn't even put that much into it, about $1,100, and it's worth $28.70 right now. I think Spirit has a far way to go. I have another 5 weeks on this contract. I'm looking at selling it this week. If Spirit hits $29 a share, that's like my strike price to sell this, because I have so much time. I can really grow my position here. And this is one of my longer term positions, because I could have taken profit all day. At 10:30, I could have panicked and been like, yo, it's starting to fall back really hard. I paid $195 for these 2 contracts. It's up 185%, you know, right around there. But I held out, and it just decided to explode the end of the day. After hours, they're kind of trading pretty smooth, pretty sideways compared to where they closed. I think if Spirit opens tomorrow big, even just over 26 bucks, we continue to see them climb throughout the week. With travel becoming less restricted, more people traveling, we can have a really good position here. So I'm just loving it right now. I mean, $888 in one day off of one option. Well, one company, but 6 contracts. This just blows all my other trades out of the water, it seems like. I never really thought that trading airline stocks would be something I would do, especially after Warren Buffett came out and said, yo, I'm selling all my stocks. And I know that there's different reasons behind why he did that. And he's such a smart guy, so he's just kind of taking everything with what he knows and making moves. So this is something I really wish I would have done, is add more contracts now. But even at that time, I mean, putting $1,200 or $1,100, right around there, whatever I put into Spirit when it first launched was like, that's a big deal. That's why I picked so far out for the expiration, because I didn't know if they would move that fast. The market's been extremely bullish with them. If we can go down to my contract, which I think you guys have seen already in the last video, but I think I bought that, yeah, 9:45 on June 4th. I bought it that morning, which let's hop to it right now. June 4th, 9:45 in the morning. It was super low, if I can squeeze my finger over there. $195 a share. Super happy with this position. My only regret of the day though is not buying Norwegian Cruise Line. It opened today huge, and that's what discouraged me. Right now they're $28.82. They just keep growing. They just grew a little bit more. I mean, I was looking at them this weekend, 24 bucks when they opened. I was looking at them because they were at 22. My goal is to get a $32.50 call for July. They're already halfway there. I might add this position, I might not. It just depends on how I feel this week, how I see them trade. I'd like to see them come down if I'm gonna add more, but even if they don't come down, it still might be great to hop in. Because look at this, if I even go to trade options, and maybe I wanna do a shorter term like July 2nd, because they're already pushing, you know, like my target price. You know, we could look at them, we could grab them out of the money, just a position, 380, and maybe they keep growing. Maybe by the end of this, they're just growing substantially. Depends on how NCLH trades though. I want to do a further one, because I was looking at the options trade calculator, and it would have been a ton of cash if I would have grabbed my contracts, especially before these guys, you know, pop 200 to 300% in a day. But even right here, I mean, a 200% return. Could you imagine even having 5 contracts that you got at 180? You put 900 bucks in, and then right now it'd be worth 1,600 in one day. Like, that's where I went wrong. It's gonna be even higher because they're gonna open even higher than they close if everything, you know, goes according to plan with how the market's been recently. So it's just crazy to see like missed opportunities. I can't complain though, I live in America. There's no reason for me to complain about anything, especially when it comes to like missed opportunities, when I did so well for myself today and even set myself up better than the cruise lines would have just for today specifically. So let's see what Disney does this week. Let's see what the rest of these calls do. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I think we could have another really booming day. I'm excited, dude. This past week's just been ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous for me. But options is just my game. I feel like comfortable. So keep an eye out for those, you know, those stocks that I talked about for this week. Here's a little in for you guys. You can take these stocks as you want. Check out the Discord though, for real. Don't forget to use the Robinhood link. Sign up, you get a couple free stocks through like Webull, and if you sign up through Robinhood. So it's gonna be pretty cool if you guys do that too. My DPST equity is doing really well. I mean, I'm up 5 grand on that right now, still holding that position. So I'm just super pumped. This is like what I've always pictured my stock portfolio doing, and I've had this for just about a year. But I never really had a lot into it. I didn't start really adding until January. And then it fell and I kind of started to get nervous, and here we are on the upswing of like a 50% return all time. Just super excited. I added the AT&T equities this week too. I picked up tons of shares. I'm still down. I wanted to average my costs down on them. I've spent so much time in the Instagram like DMs today too, just from you guys sending me messages and between Discord and everything. Keep sending them. I do not mind answering your questions. Making friends, seeing your friends do good is one of the coolest parts of life, I think, is just like seeing your friends do good, helping them out, helping helping family, all that stuff together is just awesome. I appreciate anybody I've been able to help. There's just some crazy gains to be made out there right now, and I don't want anyone to miss it, Just trying to educate people and get them on the right path, especially ones interested in options, because I really feel like I have done pretty well with it. And options are something, I didn't learn these until the end of March. I was watching videos, and then the first week of April I started trading, and here we are in June, and I finally feel really confident in my moves now. Percentages, ways things move, stop losses, all the terms that come along with it, when to trade. So keep up with me on Discord. You guys are seriously the best. I appreciate all the subscribers. I would not be doing this if I didn't have an amazing audience to tailor my content for. Check the Patreon, check the links in the description, and let's make some more money. So I'll see you guys soon.